Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Children, last week we had started with letter writing. Now you already know that there are two kinds of letter based on to whom we are writing that letter. Okay, one is formal letter, which is for official use, which we write to a person in charge of something, to an authority. And then there is an informal letter which we write to our friends and to our relatives. Okay, so last week we had done the format of formal letter and an example was also shown to you. And in today's video, we'll be doing the format of informal letter, and then it will also be followed by one example. Now, when it comes to the format of formal and informal letter, there are few changes that are to be done. Okay, and let me show you what those changes are, and then we'll go for the example. So, when it comes to the format of informal letter, from which side of page you have to start? The same thing, the same way we were doing it formal letter. Okay, so even when we are writing an informal letter, we will begin from the left side of the page. Okay, now for informal letter, the first thing that we mention is the sender's address. Okay, remember, sender's address was also the first thing that was written in the formal letter. Okay, so when you are writing an informal letter, that will also begin with your full address. Sender is you. Here I am the sender, so I will be mentioning my full address. Okay, so in informal letter, the first thing that is to be written is your address, because you are writing that letter. After that, you will leave one line and then you will mention the date as it was done in the formal letter. From here, the changes happen. Now, what is that change? In informal letter, sender's address is the first thing. Then comes the date. After date, there will be salutation. Okay. After date, there will be salutation. You will not write the receiver's address when you are writing an informal letter. In an informal letter, only sender's address is mentioned, is written, followed by date. After date, you will not write the receiver's address. Neither will you mention the subject in informal letter, because it's a casual way of communicating with your loved ones. So after date again you will leave one line and then you will start with the salutation. That is how you are addressing your loved ones. Whether you are writing a letter to your friend, so you can straight away say my dear and then the name of your friend. Or if you are writing it to one of your relatives, then you can write dear grandfather or dear uncle. Or if you're writing to a cousin, then you can straight away write their name. Okay, so sender's address, then leave one line, then date, again leave a line, then salutation. Okay, now remember, when you are writing a salutation, that is you are addressing that person, it has to be followed by a comma. That I will show you in the example. Okay, after salutation comes your content of letter, which is also called body of letter. Okay, now here also the body of letter you will divide into small paragraphs, just like it was done in the formal letter. Okay, in the formal letter there was an opening line where you were introducing yourself, but because it is an informal letter, the person to whom you are writing is already, he already knows you, he or she already knows you, so you don't have to introduce yourself. So the opening lines in informal letter can be like your wish, that maybe you can say that I hope this letter finds you hale and hearty, or how are you all doing, it's been long since we have talked or met. Okay, so that way you can start with the opening lines when you are doing the content or the body of the letter. Okay, and remember, the body of the letter has to be divided into small paragraphs. Your letter should not be too big. Okay, so and choice of words should be appropriate. Don't go for very difficult words, because the person who is going to read it should be able to understand what you are conveying through your letter. Okay, so once your body of letter, your actual paragraph is done, the writing part is done, then comes your subscription. Okay, and when it comes to informal letter, the subscription words that you write, the things that you write in subscription is slightly different from what you were doing in formal letter. Remember in the example informal letter, when you came to the subscription part, you had mentioned yours faithfully. Okay, but when it comes to informal letter, you don't write yours faithfully. You write something else, like yours lovingly, or your loving friend, your loving granddaughter, or your loving niece or nephew. Okay, so that way you close your letter in the subscription part. Okay, so this is the format of informal letter. Sender's address, leave a line, date, leave a line, salutation, and after salutation, immediately without leaving any line, you will start with your letter. Okay, which will be divided into depending upon how much you are writing, it can be divided into 2 or 3 paragraphs. But make sure that that the paragraphs are not very long. And then comes the subscription part, wherein you will be closing the letter. Okay, so let's see one example of informal letter. The question for informal letter is, write a letter to your cousin inviting him or her to spend summer vacation with you. Now you have a lot of cousins with you. Okay, some you meet every week, but there are few cousins, or there is a cousin whom you have not met for a very long time, and that is one of the reasons why you are writing this letter to him or her, because you want that cousin to spend some time with you, and for that you are inviting your cousin to for summer vacations. During summer vacations, you want your cousin to come and spend a vacation with you. Okay, so when you'll be writing the letter, you'll have to follow the format of informal letter. So according to the format, the first thing that you have to write is your address, because you are writing the letter, you are the sender, so you will begin the letter with your address. Now here I am going to write the letter, so I will begin with my address because I am the sender here. Okay, so when I'll write a letter to my cousin, it will begin with my address. When you will be writing a letter to your cousin or your friend, then it will be your address. So as per the format of informal letter, I will begin my letter with my address. Okay, so here as an example, I have written an address: A12 Kapil Vihar, Sector 21C, Faridabad, Haryana, with the pin 121001. So even when you are writing an informal letter, you have to write your complete address. Okay, then after that you will leave one line, and then you will be mentioning the date. For example, 18th February 2021. After writing the date, again you will leave one line, and then you will write the salutation. Now my cousin to whom I am writing is a cousin's sister. Okay, so I am addressing her as my dear Megha. Instead of my dear Megha, I could have written dear Megha, or simple dear cousin. Okay, so these 3 options are there. You can choose any one of these to write the salutation part. Okay, so after salutation, we'll begin my content of letter, body of letter. After the salutation, remember I told you a salutation will end with a comma, and after salutation, immediately from the next line, you will start your letter with the opening lines. Okay, so here I have written, hope this letter finds you in good health. It's a way of wishing good health to your loved ones. Okay, so after that I am asking, how is everyone? And then a few more lines I have added, like, lot of time has passed since our last meet, 2 years. Now remember, you have been doing grammar from a very beginning, from a very young age, and you have learned the different kinds of sentences also, so you can use that knowledge in your creative writing. Okay, for example, here if you can see 2 years with an exclamation mark is an exclamatory sentence. So try to bring a variety when you are writing a letter. Okay, so here is the opening line, and then I am starting with the second paragraph. And much has happened in the last 2 years. I want to share everything with you. One letter is not enough for this. Now here in the second paragraph, I am telling that person that because the last time we met was 2 years back, and after that a lot of things has happened in my life which I want to share with my cousin to whom I am very close. And one letter, writing that letter, sharing, it's not possible to share everything through letter. So I have mentioned here that one letter is not enough for this, that whatever I have experienced during the past 2 years, it's not enough. I cannot write all those experiences in just one letter. Okay, and then I'll be, from the next para, I'll be, inviting my cousin to come over so that I can share my feeling. And in addition, I have planned few things for my cousin also when she'll come to spend her vacation with me. That I'll mention in my third paragraph. So the first paragraph is the opening line. Then the second paragraph is like my feelings, or a slight indication of that I'm missing my cousin a lot, with whom I was very close. I'm very close. Okay, so now I'll be writing the third paragraph. So in my third paragraph, I am asking my cousin to come over for a week or so during the summer vacation. So I have written, I am inviting you to spend few days with me. Soon you will be having summer vacation. I want you to spend a week with me. Okay. We'll put our hearts out. Now this sentence, we'll put our hearts out, means that when we'll meet, we will have lots of talk. We will share our every experience, good or bad, and we'll relive our memories, and we'll have lots of fun. Okay, and then we'll also go for Delhi Darshan and enjoy street foods. Then I'm telling my cousin that beside having long talks, wherein we'll be exchanging our life during the last 2 years. After that, we'll also go for Delhi Darshan, because Faridabad is not very far away from Delhi. It's the NCR region. So when my cousin will come, then we'll go for Delhi Darshan. That is, we'll go to different, famous places of which are there in Delhi, like the Lotus Temple or the Akshardham Temple, or the India Gate, or the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Okay, so all those thing I'm indirectly telling her that when we'll go for Delhi Darshan, we'll be seeing everything. We'll be visiting all the famous monuments which are in Delhi, and enjoy street foods. Now in Delhi there are many places which are famous for their street foods, like Lajpat Nagar or Connaught Place or GK. So so I'm telling her that besides Delhi Darshan, we'll see all the famous monuments, and then in the evening time, or whenever we'll get time, we'll go to the famous places and we'll enjoy the different delicacies of those places. So we'll have lots of fun. So when we'll be doing all these things, we will obviously have lot of fun. So this is the third paragraph, where I am inviting my cousin, and then I'm telling her what all things I have planned for her. And after this will be my closing line, where I'll be conveying, I'll ask my cousin to convey my regards to her parents and love to the younger ones in the family. Okay, so the fourth paragraph will be the closing line of my letter to my cousin. And I'll close my letter by writing, convey my regards to uncle and aunt and love to Khushi. Okay, so here I'm telling her, my cousin, that I want you to convey my regards to your parents, because she's my cousin, so her parents will be my uncle and aunt. Okay, now there is no such word as an auntie. Please do not write auntie here. Auntie is a Hindi word. Okay, and when you are addressing someone in English, there is this exact word, appropriate word is aunt, not auntie. Okay, uncle is okay, but when it comes to English, then it is aunt and not auntie. Okay, and then I am writing the last line is looking forward to meeting you soon. That I am closing my line, and then I'm telling her that I'm eagerly waiting for her to come over to spend few days with me. Then yours loving sister, Bharti. Okay, so this is my subscription. Okay, now here I have written yours loving sister. Instead of your loving sister, you can also, I could have also written yours lovingly. The only thing you have to keep in mind is if you are writing yours lovingly, then you will not write your relation with that person. Like I cannot write your lovingly sister. It will be totally wrong. Okay, so when you are writing yours lovingly, no relation is to be mentioned after that. If you are writing loving, then you can show your relation, yours loving sister, or you can simply say yours loving, lovingly, and then Bharti, like your name. Okay, because it is informal letter, you don't have to write your complete name. You can straight away write, put your signature also. That will also be okay in informal letter. Informal letter, you have to write a complete name and then you have to put your signature with date. But because it is informal letter, in the subscription part, you will write yours loving sister. You can also write yours affectionately. That is also one, that's also another word which you can write here after yours. Yours loving sister, yours lovingly, or yours affectionately. So out of these three, you can write any. And then you can straight away put your signature. So no need to write your complete name because the person already knows you. Okay, so that's the example of informal letter. And now what you have to do is you have to write the same letter in your copy, and then one more question will be given so that you can try your hand in informal letter also. Okay.